To make this decoration, I've just got some eggs which I've punched a hole in the top with a nail and made a slightly bigger one at the bottom, and then all you do is blow all the insides out. I did these yesterday, so they're all nice and dry, so it's preferable to have them quite nice and dry before you start. I've got my egg ready prepared, and I've sealed the hole at the top, and I've left the small one at the bottom here because it's not too big. I'm using these rhinestone mega pack. They are self-adhesive, but I am going to be gluing them on. So to start it, I'm going to be taking and just putting it on my finger so that I can get it to go around in a circle so that I can stick it onto the top. So I've got the top started, and now I can just glue it on. Trying to make sure I'm gluing it in the center at the top. And then we just put them down. And then start going around to cover as much as you want to. I've gone all the way around the top, and now I've got these emerald green stones, and I'm going to be taking one of these and then gluing it onto the top of the egg. They are self-adhesive, but I am going to be gluing it on, so just putting it in place like that. And then I'm going to be doing 4 extras just going around it. I've got them placed in the position where I want them to go, and now I'm going to just use some hot glue and glue them down. For the decorations for my egg, I've got this little mold, and all I've done is used hot glue to make the little pieces, and I've taken them out and painted them with Mars black, and then I've taken some rich gold and just rubbed my finger over them so they look like that. So these will be some of the decorations that I'm going to be using on my one egg. I've got all my little accessories painted, and I'm going to be placing them on. So I want to place them so that they're going on like that, and I'm doing on the same pattern on both sides. I'm just using hot glue to glue my glue pieces on. And then I'm gluing another one on the other side. The next pieces I'm going to be gluing on are these 2 little curly ones. So I want the curls at the bottom. I'm going to be gluing them like that. I've decorated the one side by using some of the emerald green colour stones and some of the small bling in amongst all the gold onlays that I put in. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. At the moment, the other side is just the gold onlays like that. I've got an assortment of different colour rhinestones, so I'm using the dark rhinestones. I'm using the small rhinestones to put some in the centre there. I've got a slightly larger assortment of stones, and I'm going to be taking this medium-sized one, and I'm placing it right in the center of the gold. Just one there, and then one at the top in the center there. And then I'm going to hot glue those two on. And now I'm going to work on this section here. I've got these borders, and they've got large and small ones all included, and I'm just going to be sticking them in the center like that. And then the top corners where my stones haven't gone, I'm putting the green, like emerald looking rhinestones. So just be in those two top corners, and then those two. On the top, I'm not particularly happy how the glue has made the stones go a bit murky, so I'm taking some of these big rhinestones and I'm placing them onto some of the glue spots on the top here. And now I'm going to finish the bottom. I'm just taking some more of the same that I've got here, and I'm just filling this part up like that. So there's my completed egg. To decorate this egg, I've got a piece of cellophane which I have just squished to give it a bit of ridges and things. So it makes quite a nice looking pattern, and now I'm going to just be putting some paint onto that. I'm using Purple Lake to start it. I'm just going to squeeze a bit onto my paper. And then I've got a lighter colour purple. And then I'm just going to spread that over the paper. And I'm putting some ultramarine blue in as well. And then on some of the raised sections, I'm just taking some pearlescent white and putting it in as well. And now all I'm going to do is take my egg, put it into the paint, and then wrap it. And just squish all the paint around. Just make sure that you've covered your whole egg. So I'm just checking now. I'm quite happy with the coverage, and now I'm just going to take it out. So I've got a skewer that I'm just going to be poking into the little hole at the top and then removing my egg. So that's what the egg looks like. Quite happy with the coverage and the colour of that. And then just put that aside to dry. My egg is dry now, and as you can see, it's got some really pretty patterns and designs on it, which I'm going to try and incorporate into a design so that these designs can be featured in my egg. For decorating this particular egg, I'm going to be using some of these findings, and I've got one that'll be going on the top like that, and another one at the bottom, and the one that's going on the top has got this little finding which looks like a little crown which I'm going to be putting together with the base piece like that onto an earring finding, and then I'm putting it through the hole so that the crown will sit like that on the top of this egg. And I'm going to be using T8000 and hot glue to glue these little pieces on. I've got my findings glued on, and now we can start decorating. I've got the same rhinestones that I used on my other egg, and these ones are the ones that come as bigs and smalls, which I'm going to be using to place around the center of the egg, and then I'm going to be encasing it in these tiny little rhinestones, and I'm going to be using the gold ones for this one. And now I'm just placing some of the gold to make a little triangle there, and I've taken one of my bigger rhinestones and put it in the center. So there's my completed egg, and as you can see, I've left the pattern of the paint all visible. So that's what this particular egg looks like. And then of course on its stand. If you found this video helpful or you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Really appreciate it if you would subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.